Live from the Golden State, it's the Bobby Dix, Gerbal, and Friend Show. Oh, there we go. Oh, warming up. Our fans, they saw you. They're cheering. They're cheering for us right now.
Stepping it up.
From the Golden State, welcome again, gang, to the Bobby Dix, Gerbal, and Friend Show. I'm your host, Bobby Dix. Thank you again for tuning in to another edition. As you may know, we are the rolling ticker on the bottom of your news screen, the one that always has more information because we are real news for real people. In other words, as you well all know, idiot comes in all colors, so we feel obliged to report it.
Somebody has to.
But I cannot do it myself. Oh no, I cannot. To my left, a man who, right now, currently, is the lead Morse code operator and the down periscope technician for the USS McHale. The one, the only, Tails.
Yay, what's going on?
How you doing today?
Doing good. Getting ready to drop kick something in the next year.
No, there you go. And to his left and my right is a man who's been all over the world lately, this time of the year, chasing Santa and his reindeer, and never once player hated. Throughout the whole 115 days of Christmas that we had here, you never once player hated. Man, it's incredible. A feat, actually. The one, the only Gerbal. Gerbal, how you doing?
I'm doing pretty good, Bobby. It was actually a tough pull. One of Santa's reindeer shit right on my doorstep.
Oh, did he knock the door before he did and leave, or did he at least let you know that he did it?
Did he set it on fire first?
Yeah.
No, I think he did it, and then he tapped on the window.
Oh,
where we locked eyes.
You
know, just to make sure I knew that he did it.
Yeah.
And then just rolled the fuck out.
Do you remember which one it was?
I do. I don't really want to get specific. We'll meet again.
Let me ask you this, because I do have an issue with reindeer this time of year. One is because of how incredibly racist they are. If you have any deviation in you whatsoever, and you do not look like a, quote, regular or normal reindeer, let's say you have a red nose, for example, they will hound you, they will bully you, they will call you names. I mean, such racist behavior from reindeer, to me, quite honestly, is somewhat shameful this time of year. I mean, we are in the holiday spirit. Granted, we're getting into a new year now, but don't you think in the new decade we should get rid of racist reindeers?
Yeah, it's going to be tough. I mean, you know, don't be a mule deer caught slipping in San Diego right now.
Okay.
Let alone a blacktail, maybe a whitetail. It's, it's kind of a horrible thing that no one's paying attention to.
Sure.
But yet again, is very concerned about it.
I think we need to start a league, like an anti-defamation reindeer league, so that they can be held accountable, one, for their obvious malicious behavior and their intent. I mean, there's no goodwill whatsoever. Year after year, we hear the same story, right, of how they always pick on one that's different. So I think, really, we should form like a league, nonprofit naturally, one that can be tax deductible, and something where we can get together as a society and say, hey, listen, the antics, the racism, the outright bigotry that reindeers possess amongst themselves really needs to stop.
Yeah. Going after my emotional support animal again, eh?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know, but what else would the reindeer have to think about?
Well, I can think about a lot of other things.
I mean, you're just a fucking reindeer, right? It's not like you're going to the moon or anything like that. You're a simple reindeer.
Well, all my reindeer, all they know how to do is go to the fridge and get beer.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll tell you what. I'm glad that we kind of hopefully can come to some conclusion about this decade. That sounds like something that we're going to have to explore in the next 10 years as this decade comes through.
shit.
So, all right.
Power's out in the booth.
Oh, no, here we go. Necessity Records has lost power.
Happened?
The studio.
What is New Year's Eve?
Yeah.
Maybe somebody was partying too hard.
We're on.
And they got that wild.
We're on backup generator here.
Power to everyone.
Shit. Luckily, I charged the mic, bud.
Indeed.
Right.
Should we get into the? Should we pop into this news here before the rest of our power fades away?
I think we ought to.
I think we should.
Can we?
All right, let's do it. 1, 2, 3. Ooh.
Oh yeah.
Oh, hello 2020.
Watch your feet.
You gotta cheers that shit.
That is.
buddy.
That's hello 2020, guys. Oh man. Well, let's see here. Last show of the decade. Last show of the year. We got Modelo. I got an Einstock as well, the Icelandic white ale. Oh man. Oh wow.
God bless Mexico by way of
What's the name
what
of
do we got here? Chicago.
Chicago, yeah. Modelo came from Chicago. Mine came from Chatsworth. So.
Well, tell us what you got.
His came from Illinois
Nava?
too. Probably.
Yeah,
Nava, Mexico. That's where the Modelo comes from. All right. Well, very good. So getting to our news for the day. Maybe for our first story, should we do a round robin or should I just read it off and we can all have a
good old time?
I don't give a fuck what you do.
Let's do this. I like it. Let's do this then. All right. Oh, how about this? Well, neither did this guy. Okay? He said this. A Connecticut driver live streamed himself recklessly speeding at more than 103 miles an hour and crashing his vehicle on an exit ramp, according to state police.
Whoops.
According to the report, the driver crashed in Groton, which is just 50 miles southeast of Hartford, which is where the Gerbal technically, I guess, resides sometimes when you're on vacation. Yeah, somewhere in the area.
Inside the scrotum? What?
Well, he was.
I'm more up the hill.
Yeah, and he was. Well, this guy was driving a Nissan Versa, and he was clocked at 102. I ask you. Well, first off, let me just, before I even read this story even further, this gentleman is in a Nissan Versa going 102 miles an hour. Given for inflation, is it the same as driving a Hyundai 114 miles an hour like Rodney King supposedly did when he was clocked going fast in his little car?
He was definitely clocked right. I heard by a bunch of flashlights.
Yeah. So,
where was...
in a car that can only go 85 miles an hour, he was going 103, said the officer, who is the Hartford current state patrol. He's a state patroller. He added that the trooper at one time gave the chase, and by the time he caught up, the driver had crashed and went down 45 feet down an embankment, taking out the guardrail, rolling end over end.
I bet you that. Did somebody get that on video? I want to see that crash.
Officer didn't do a pit maneuver on him or anything, right?
No.
He didn't entice this guy into doing 103 miles an hour.
Are you kidding me? Police cars can't catch up to a Nissan Versa if it's a runaway.
Yeah.
I mean, that's never going to happen in a V8. I'm just saying, it's just never going to happen. Absolutely not. Forget it. And especially if that Nissan Versa has 91 octane in it, you're never catching that thing.
Right.
Was that guy? Was there a special deal going on in In-N-Out? In-N-Out, but at White Castle.
Well, how about this? Let's say this. He was trying to get to Popeyes, actually, I think is what he was trying to do, because he heard that they might be running out, and he didn't want to cut in line. Also, let's see, what do you think this guy was charged with?
I don't know. Destruction of property.
Okay.
For hitting the guardrail.
Gerbal, what do you think he's charged with?
It's got to be something completely absurd. Jaywalking?
Okay, close. Okay. He was charged with reckless driving, driving with a suspended license,
Oh, damn.
driving an uninsured car, making an improper turn, and possession of more than 1 ounce of marijuana. Good morning, good afternoon, good night, perhaps. And so, yeah, so there he goes.
Right, that's... Yeah.
Was there any comment on there if the sausages actually taste like sausages?
It depends on who his cellmate is. Then perhaps it could taste all too much like sausages. Just saying.
Is Farva his
It doesn't sound
cellmate?
good.
Yeah. I don't think his gluten-free diet's gonna handle well in prison. Just saying.
Yikes. Move on.
Yeah, absolutely. Moving to Texas
The
now.
dog got up and walked away.
Yeah,
What the fuck?
yeah, moving to Texas here, where real people do really crazy, stupid things. How about this?
Hell yeah.
What do you think a kid did with his Christmas gift? And I'm going to leave it as broad, as general as that. A Texas kid. What do you think they did with their Christmas gift?
Thinking accidentally shot a neighbor.
Okay.
Maybe if it was a kid, maybe a 22, maybe a pellet gun.
Okay. Gerbal, what do you think?
That sounds pretty good.
Okay.
I'll go with his eye out. But
You think he gouged his eye out? Let's see here. Is that Shifty Dix? Oh, look at Shifty. Come on in here, Shifty. Yeah, come on in. Straight from the road to the Necessity Records Studios is the one and only Shifty Dix. Shifty, your fans found you again. They did. I mean, these guys, you can't go anywhere without them.
They're like the paparazzi.
Okay, here they go. All right. They decided to calm down finally for us. Okay. Here's a question. A kid did what with his Christmas present?
Did what with his Christmas present?
From Texas.
Oh,
A Texas kid. What do you think he did with his Christmas present?
ooh,
Or maybe even what was a Christmas present?
damn, Texas.
They think he shot somebody or something.
Yeah,
That's what
I'm thinking. Did he drop it within 6 seconds in a church?
he didn't take...
Oh man.
Oh.
Yikes.
Oh.
Yikes.
Wow. Close.
Ow.
Close, but no.
He went to Walmart instead.
A Texas boy, who I think this kid should also get the Darwin Award for
boy.
2019. Going down to the wire with just hours of sunlight left on this last day of the decade. This Texas boy, who's 12 years old, wins my Darwin Award for 2019. Why? Because he set his front yard on fire with a magnifying glass he got for Christmas.
Good job.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
That's better than shooting
Was
someone
he
Yep.
or
frying
something.
bugs?
Sounds like it.
He decided to set the Christmas tree on fire that was out in the front yard waiting for the trash man to pick up.
There you go.
And that's when it got a little dicey.
And
Okay?
that's why you don't buy a Christmas tree at Thanksgiving.
Yes,
It wouldn't
exactly.
be that dry.
Proving that kids these days can't read and will use anything as an excuse not to read, used as magnifying glass. But get this. His parents they think it's funny. They think it's funny that they have a potential sociopath or psychopath on their hands.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Back up, Bobby. You
Yeah.
never got... I mean, we're not as young as this boy, but were you ever given a magnifying glass? In my day and age, I was given one to burn bugs.
Oh, okay.
And then you learn pretty soon leaves start to smoke and shit. I remember my magnifying glass being taken away from me. Because I was about ready to do what this young hero did.
Yes.
Well, I think I got a merit badge for the starting a fire at camp because